Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today with another full run of AQ. I want to say this is day 4, and we are running the Power to Cower epic modifier today. And I did this variation, I want to say 2 weeks ago here. I uploaded a full run here, but the nodes are very different, okay? So we just passed the mid-season of AQ, was it season 7 or something like that? And a lot of the nodes shifted. So usually this was like the Mesmerize and Stun Immune Vision. Now it's going to be Prove Yourself, Enhanced Special 1, and Mix Master, okay? So it's a lot easier to get that evade charge, it's a lot easier to play around it, and you don't need Proxima for it anymore. So he's also not going to be Stun Immune anymore, so what I can do here is I can go in and just throw medium, light, and he'll evade, then toss off a heavy attack, and at this point I'm going to do parry, light, wait a second, do another light, and I'm going to get up to 15 hits here so that the Prove Yourself kicks in, and I have all of my charges to just nuke this guy down. Okay, so I already have my 1 charge, so that's really good, and at this point, I just want to make sure I have as many charges as possible when actually fighting this guy, because like I said, it is day 4, and he has a pretty beefy health pool, about 140k, I think, something like that, but as long as we get like a couple combos off into a special 2, we should be good. At this point, though, you always want to keep a watchful eye on that Mix Master, just to make sure they don't evade on you, so I like to do a parry and then do a double medium, so he's also unblockable because of the, what do you call it, the what's that node? Is it the not called Foresight, but I think it's whatever the node is, where it's the global node where if you dex 10 times they're going to go unblockable, so that is kind of annoying. He also did evade the first part of my special 2 because of it, so that is what it is, but at this point it's totally fine. I have like 8 charges left. So I'm just going to parry double medium when I can. Just got to keep a watchful eye on the Mix Master, and this fight isn't too bad anymore at all. Went from one of the worst fights in map 7 to not the worst. So up next we have what used to be the Vivified Killmonger, okay? So Vivified used to be plus 200% power gain, now it's plus 100%. There's also Blood in the Water, so whenever the attacker is suffering from a debuff, so that counts as like the Suicide Master as well, the defender is going to be a lot stronger, and this node particularly also has a node that makes Longshot a lot more defensive when he's not in Pure of Heart, and more aggressive when he is in Pure of Heart. So basically, if I were to push him to a special 2, I would lose literally all my health and all my cruelty buffs. So what I have to do here is I have to bait out his special 1, which is, it's semi-difficult, because, excuse me, it's semi-difficult because, like the node said, he's going to be very defensive whenever he's not in Pure of Heart. So basically he's going to keep, coming in at me and dashing back, and then eventually he's going to toss off the special 1, but it could be, at a very interesting time, and that could potentially cause you to get clipped here. Another thing that's very annoying about Longshot is when you go into the fight with Corvus, he has a 60% chance to nullify any of your buffs, and there was one day this week where he nullified literally all of my buffs, which was quite annoying, but here he only nullified the true accuracy. So what I did there is I just built up to where I can do one full combo and go for a special 2. So it turns out that my Stealth Spidey is actually really, really good for this entire path, and he counters pretty much all of it. He could have easily countered that long shot as well, pretty well, but one reason why he's so good for this Diablo is because this Diablo has that random unstoppable. Not necessarily random, but it's, kind of annoying to keep track of. So Stealthy's so good for this because he has such an easy access to the slow debuff, and he also has such a high damage per second output. So what I can do here is just play my Stealthy like normal, and this just turns into a normal Diablo fight. Once I get off my first special 1, I'm going to have my crit rate go up through the roof, and at this point this fight is pretty much going to be over, man. I just want to try and get that slow debuff back on him before he gets that unstoppable, and we're going to be good to go. Bait out the special 2 here if we can. Very, very nice, and at this point, 1 or 2 more combos, and that should do it, man. Get the slow back on here, bait out the special 1, and go right in. Very, very nice. We didn't even get to see any unstoppable buffs because we had the slow up the entire time. Stealthy, man, what a beast. So up next, we are not taking the Bishop here. Cam is pretty much always taking that because he has a rank 3 Corvus, and with Mix Master without without Proxima, it's not the most amount of fun, especially for that node there. So We're going to activate the web foam again here for this Darkhawk. So now Darkhawk has the Vivified, which is plus 100% power rate, okay? And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to try to continuously push him to special 2 and cycle special 2s against this guy, because with Stealthy, when you have the web foam up on the opponent, when you have the slow, he also can counter miss, okay? So as you can see right here, we're in stealth mode, and we can just completely ignore that. We're going to go for one more here, very, very nice. Try to push him back up to a special 2 if we can. As you can see, it says misfailed on the right side of the screen. That's because of the slow debuff. So we're just going to continually cycle that. We're not going to toss off the special 1 for the cruelty buff or the precision buff, because we don't want to knock him down, put him into shield mode. He has a, Stealthy has a decent enough crit rate as it is. At this point though, he was being very, very stingy with his specials, and so I'm not going to have a, a slow debuff on him right now. So I'm going to try and only hit him when he's stunned, and I'm going to chance it there for that last one, so I got the slow debuff back. But at this point, just one more parry, that should be the end of this fight here. Very, very nice. So like I said, Stealthy is really good for pretty much this entire lane. I do want to use Stealthy for one more fight. I just want to use him for this Iron Patriot here. Nothing too crazy about this Iron Patriot, it's just a normal, like a Vivified Iron Patriot here. But Stealthy just has such a high damage output that he could just get through this guy pretty easily. Of course, Corvus is also really, really good here, but it's just so simple with Stealthy. Just do a full 5-hit combo or a 7-hit combo depending, and then just bait out the special 2 or the special 1. I'm going to go for the special 1 here to activate that passive precision, and bait out another special 1 here, or I'll push him back up to a special 2. I actually prefer to bait out Iron Patriot's special 2 here for whatever reason. I don't know why. Just feels nicer. This is really funny. I went for it at this point, but apparently his regen is a lot stronger here than I anticipated, and he pretty much just hovered around like 3% health. And I pushed him up to a special 3, and we got a nice, quick and easy KO. Our last 2 lanes are not even possible to do with Stealthy, so that was the last fight I wanted him for. So it's pretty funny that he ended up crapping out when Iron Patriot had 5,000 health left. That's pretty funny. So I'm just gonna go in with Corvus here and just clean up very, very quick. 1 medium attack, and that guy is just flushed right down the toilet. So I did actually end up taking this King route as well. I wouldn't have wanted to take that with Stealthy. I'm going to do that with Corvus here. This guy has 175,000 health and also Vivified, so there are a lot of things going on in this fight. Cam usually does this with his rank 3 Corvus, but I believe his rank 3 Corvus was actually in war at this point, and his rank 5 Corvus is unduped and wasn't doing too well health-wise, so I decided to just come in, and we're just going to bait out his special 1 here, build up to a special 2, and hopefully kill him off with that. We do have 3 charges here, so it shouldn't be too bad. We can't really do too many parries because he has the fury buffs. I mean, we can do it, but basically what we want to do is we want to just let those fury buffs stay on for as long as they can so that he doesn't regenerate. Does that make sense? One thing about Corvus' special 2 on Vivified is that they're immune to any sort of power drain. So if I were to push King Groot here to a special 3 and toss off the special 2, well, it wouldn't drain his power. It might kill him, but it would not drain his power. So we definitely don't want that to happen, but we're going to go ahead and toss that off because we did feel pretty good about that killing him there. So that ended up being very, very nice. And yeah. That's going to be it for section 1. Went really, really well, aside from that special 3 from Iron Patriot. But we're going to move on over to section 2 now. We're going to get to section A now and go right towards Ultron. Okay, so this is going to be buffed up. This is a very, very simple lane here, and this is basically why I do that Mixmaster vision with Corvus, because he just completely shreds right through this lane, and it takes like literally less than 3 minutes to get through every single fight, and you just pretty much at this point, like, usually you want to do like your medium, light, medium combos, but what you can do with Corvus here is you can literally just go for a full 5-hit combo as well, build your way up to a special 2 and then just let it rip, and that'll usually be the end of the fight there. But even if you do medium, light, medium up to special 2, that's fine too. You probably don't even need the special 2, but I mean, if you get there, obviously use it. Up next there is a Vulture, and this section, it always feels kind of like, I don't want to say boring, but it's definitely not like too. It's not too interesting. It's just like anything that you can use like a fully ramped up Corvus for. Like, yeah, it's super fun to like watch Corvus rip things to shred, but after a while, it's like, well, I've probably shown this section like, I don't know, 5 times now. Not 5, maybe like 3 times, but like still, you know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things where like you bring Corvus in, and within 20 seconds the fight's over. So that's really, really cool. I can't wait to get my 6-star Corvus up to rank 3. See if I can get through these fights even faster. That would be kind of crazy, man. This Punisher is annoying sometimes when I'm low on health with Corvus here, although that didn't happen too many times this past week, which is really, really nice. But the reason why it's so annoying is that if you have, you know, like 1 HP with Corvus and he tosses off that special 1 or the special 2, it has so many hits on the block that you're probably gonna die. And that's like one instance where people would like timeout with Corvus and everything like that. So that's never a fun time, but sometimes you gotta do it. Up next we have a Mordo, and this Mordo is definitely significantly harder when you don't bring your Proxima with you. He's not necessarily like super hard, but you know, you can't like parry him and just fight him like normal. You have to fight him like any other Mordo that you come across. I'm going to be doing 5-hit combos against this guy and taking a lot of hits into the block just so I can build up to a special 2 as fast as I possibly can. Hopefully try to bait out a heavy attack when he has his little power drain buff. That'd be great. I think one more combo here and I should be up to a special 2, toss that guy off, and that guy's flushed down the toilet. Very, very nice. Now we have one of the shared mini bosses here. We have the Howard the Duck, and this guy's not too bad. He starts with 2 bars of power, and that could also be annoying if you don't have any health with Corvus. Basically what you want to do here is you just want to back up and just let him toss off that special 2 here, and then at this point he has, what, 4 armor buffs, so you want to take advantage of that. You want to go for a full 5-hit combo here, get as much damage as you possibly can, and yeah, at this point, one more special 2, just build up to that, and that should be the it for this fight. I don't really want to push him to a special 2, but like at this point I'm just going to go for it here, try to bait out a heavy attack or a dash if I can, get rid of the self-repair, and a special attack there to finish him off when he had 2% health. That was a nice 30-second fight, and that's going to be it for section 2 here. And up next we are jumping over to section 3. So section 3 is definitely a lot more interesting. Up first we have a Massacre, and this Massacre is buffed up as well, but there's also like block erosion, I believe, and also special 2 bias, which is always annoying on Massacre because I really personally don't enjoy dexing out Massacre's special 2. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, man, I mean, after Massacre, that's when it starts to get interesting for me for special 3, for section 3. This is kind of like my last like easy fight here. It has a special 2 bias, but I do try to bait out a special 1 regardless, and it usually works. Yeah, I mean, one also annoying thing about Massacre is that I always do this fight with Corvus, and I usually have the Suicide Masteries on, so when I have that Poison debuff on me, I'm not going to be able to parry him reliably because of Massacre's abilities. But yeah, that is what it is. So up next, now we get to use our Venom, dude. So we have consistently brought our new rank 5 Venom, our most recent rank up, to AQ every single week since I brought him to rank 5, so that feels really good to be like using a new rank up everywhere. This Daredevil, I did this Daredevil last time I showed this variation with Corvus. I took it linked, and then I also took it regular, like just hitting him on the block, but it's so much simpler, man. So much simpler to have a champ like Venom just go in and just completely rip him to shreds, man. Don't really got to worry about triggering rage too much because I'm going to be doing parry, light. Sometimes I'll go in for the medium dash, but as you can see, I started out with 2 perfect blocks and no like really attack bonuses there except for the 1 Fury. I don't have any of the precision buffs. Now I have 1 armor up and 2 Furies, but at this point, I'm just going to build up to a special 3 and let the special 3 rip. The thing about that though is that it's probably just a waste of time to toss off the special 3 because it is the rage node, and I don't even know if I did, but I feel like I did. I think I probably did this like a beta special easier, but at this point he's down to like 20% health, and the bleeds are also nice here because the bleeds do take him away, but we've only triggered 2 of the rage furies, so that's, you know, pretty nice there. He's down to 10% health. The bleeds are like pretty potent. I have 0 out of 5 in deep wounds here. Oh, this is what I did. I went for a full 5 combo into a special 3, and he's gonna go down to about 1% health here because we can do 2.5% per attack, and a special 3 counts for 1 attack. So what we want to do here is we just want to rush in right after and try to get a hit off, and we did get a full combo off into the block, which was very, very lucky there after we did push him to a special 3. And up next we have this Iron Fist. Now this Iron Fist is pretty annoying. He starts unblockable for the first 6 seconds and he has power reserve, but we're just going to go in with Venom. Obviously, you know, it's a lot easier to go in with Corvus, but it's a lot more fun to just use Venom, you know, use different champions sometimes. But basically what you want to do here is you just want to wait out that unblockable, and now it just becomes a normal fight. You can counter his special 1 or his special 2 with Venom's heavy attack if you want, but I was happy with, I've been gaining a lot of fury buffs there, so I didn't really want to re-roll those yet. Just, you know, anything to get through the fight as fast as I possibly can here, just trying to bait out that special 2 without pushing him to a special 3. He's just being very, very stingy with his specials though, so that's, you know, kind of annoying. But at this point though, I'm just trying to bait out one more special 2 here so I can just kind of nuke him down with the special 2 and whatnot, but he's just not giving it to me here. He's just continually dancing around. At this point I feel pretty good about that special 2. I got 7 fury buffs, and that bleed should take him down, but I'm going to finish him off with a special 1. Very, very nice work by Venom. And up next we are taking that Loki. We're going to take him linked because I'm a very, very impatient human being, and the link here is I want to say it's all or nothing. Okay, yeah, prey on the weak, power reserve, and all or nothing. Okay, so this is 300,000 health and all or nothing with Loki, so he's gonna shoot up to that first bar of power very, very fast. And I've taken this linked very, very, very often on the old map and now on the new map, and I pretty much have it down to a T where I'll get through the fight with like my last Corvus charge. So what I want to do here is I want to just combo up to a special 3. I want to make, or special 2, make sure I get there right around the time when Loki's pushed to a special 3. Because of the power reserve, I go right back to the special 1. Now I'm going to do parry light a couple times, and at this point what I want to do here is I want to get off like 1 more medium attack, possibly. I usually do 1 medium there, but I'll do, yeah, there it is, and then I'll go for a full combo here, get 1 more power drain, and I have 2 of my charges left. Go for a medium and a special 1. He has 2% health. Go for 1 more medium attack, and that will be it. So yeah, I've done that fight like that many times, and I'm just very used to getting through it as if it was always all or nothing. It's a lot of fun like that. And yeah, dudes, that's gonna be it for this video. Let's just nip it in the bud right there. That was my AQ week. That was I want to say it was day 4 power to cower, which is definitely a lot more interesting to watch than what do you call it, this, I don't even remember what we do on day 5. I think we do So Say the Doom on day 5, which is just a walk in the park now. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed this video, please do your boy a favor, drop a like, comment what you think about the new Vivified in the comment section below, and subscribe if you want to see some more AQ videos coming to you very, very soon. I'll be seeing you around.